पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Okay, I think first time it is asking me for permission. I don't know, maybe because I have no clue. Why is it asking me for permission? But I should be okay. Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Maybe today I'm not seeing anybody's faces, only my thing is on. I will be very happy to see Mihika, Radhika, Nihal, Destiny, Krishna Chaitanya, if you are comfortable to put on your camera. If you are not comfortable, that's okay. I don't want to obligate you or your family members to be on the camera. Hare Krishna, Mihika.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya and Ramachandra, Nihal, Radhika and Destiny. So we are talking about general topics, but again we are connecting it back to Krishna consciousness, and also we are bringing the experts out from Prabhupada's teachings, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and all. So a little summary of what we have learned so far. I forgot. Can someone remind what is the first topic we learned?
The first topic we learned was about gratefulness, I think.
I think no.
No. About the soul. Like we should take good care about the soul. Like the old lady and the bird, like that one.
The bird and the cage story.
The bird and the cage story. And then the next lesson was gratefulness.
Yeah, the first lesson what we have learned is how the woman was taking care of the cage, but not the bird inside. And eventually, over the period of time, the bird died. And how our body is the cage, and we are the bird inside that cage. That is, we are the souls, and we should take care of the souls. And we have also brought out the point that how everybody is eternally a soul, but not the body which they are carrying, which they are into, like a bird body or an animal body or an insect body. So we respect them all because basically we are all same. We are all souls. And we also respect them because they are all connected to Krishna, and we are also connected to Krishna, and we have a relationship with Krishna. So with that respect also, we respect them. We respect each and every living entity, irrespective of their color, their body, how they look, how they don't look, or whether they are rich, poor. We don't go about the externals, but internally, we are all souls, so we respect each other. Sounds good, Radhika? Thank you for putting your camera on. It's so happy to see you all and then talk. So the second topic we spoke was about gratitude, how we have to be grateful and what kind of positive affirmations. Did you guys heard of a word of affirmation? AFFIRMATIONS. You didn't hear? Anyone else heard that? So it is like this. So those modern day motivational speakers, they say that for you to have a positive start in your day, or for you to be motivated, as soon as you wake up in the morning, like how we pray to the God and we do some kind of affirmations so that we tell to ourselves for what all the things that we are grateful in our life. What all the things that we have in our life, looking at them, we can be grateful and happy, like kind of an assertion or a declaration that I'm happy for these things in my life. Most of the time, we look at the things what we don't have. Very few times we look at the things what we have. So every day, if we are going to start with a positive affirmation that I'm grateful to Krishna for these things in my life. And I am an eternal soul. I'm not this body. And I'm going to remember Krishna as much as I can today. If we kind of go with these kind of things, we will develop an attitude of gratefulness. Gratitude is not just in words, but also in actions. We have to reciprocate the love and the favor somebody is doing to us. And we also learned that happiness depends on the situation, and it is also a state of mind, right? Happiness is also a state of mind and also the situation that you are living in. Let's say Mihika, or let's say I got fever. So if somebody asks me to jump and be happy, I may not be able to because I am having fever, I'm feeling weak, I feel nauseated, I want to sleep. But if I can accept my situation, saying that okay, I got fever, I'm having weakness, but soon I will get better, and I did not get worse. So I accepted my situation, and at the mental level, I was looking at the positive things that are happening in the time when I am in troubles. I'm not looking at the negative things and even becoming more and more disappointed, demotivated. So we have learned that. After gratitude, what we have learned? We've learned about the reincarnation, right?
Now we're like on karma part.
Yeah, reincarnation and karma, both the concepts, karma, and we have also learned about destiny. Destiny is everything, we can change our destiny or not. So these are the concepts that we have learned. So today, what do you all think that we are going to learn?
We're going to probably learn about like why is chanting important?
Wow, we can take that topic also one day. Why is chanting important? But today we are going to touch the topic of faith, God, Supreme God or God, faith. So what is faith? Can anybody define me faith?
Are you sharing your screen?
No, I'm not. I'm not sharing screen today. Mostly maybe I won't be sharing. So can somebody define faith for me?
Mataji, faith means like many people do not believe in Santa because because like one night they haven't slept and they saw their parents packing up the presents for the next morning. You think Santa was there and you go out, you find them packing them up, then you don't believe in Santa anymore. Okay. So earlier you used to believe in Santa. Okay. So that's like, but similarly faith is like you believe that Krishna exists.
So
To basically trust on something.
Like you fully believe somebody.
Yeah, you basically have like lots of faith on that person. Like you can blindfoldly, you can easily accept that person's word.
somebody, okay, Radhika or someone else also say something. I heard your definition. I heard Suraj's definition. And anyone else have any definition for faith?
Yeah, it's a firm belief.
It's a firm belief. So do you need any proof for that belief? So is that belief based on proof?
No.
Well, yes, sometimes. Faith is depending on the situation. You do need proof.
But when you have faith, so do you need proof then?
No, because you could easily accept what that person.
Yeah, you don't need proof. You don't need proof to have faith.
Yeah. Faith, okay. We don't need to have proof for faith. And Suraj says that sometimes we need proof for having faith.
Faith on a person, you need to like basically like understand that person, be with that person and what his characteristics are. You have to be like more knowledgeable about.
So is there anything that you guys have done first time in your lives?
Right.
Can you all quote me an example? What is that you have done first time in your life? And how did you went about doing that?
Riding a bike without the training wheels. And with practice, like going around like an alley.
No, try to relate it to the faith and speak. Like what kind of a proof you had before doing it? You might have done certain things without having any proof or without somebody giving you a confirmation, but you know that you will get succeed in that and you went ahead and do that. So quote me those kind of an examples. Then you will get your own answer whether faith needs a scientific.
Manjari Devidasi.
Okay, so I want you guys to quote certain examples because I want to bring out this point which from you all, so that you will know and you can sustain, you can support your thing. Okay.
So Mata, you're saying that like you don't need proof. You're saying some like an example that you don't need proof.
Yeah, and you still went ahead and did it with complete confidence that you're going to be successful in that.
The same example with riding a bike without training wheels, because my dad was right next to me, and I knew that my dad, if I fell off, my dad would immediately like do something. So I knew that
Very
was
good.
Yeah, with my dad right next to me.
Very good example, Mihika and Krishna Chaitanya or Ramachandra. One of you said that, I know. Yes.
Mataji, I have one example.
An example.
Okay.
So like once like I was making my like Lego blocks, like a bus out of blocks, and I had faith that my sister would help me, but it turned out she didn't.
Okay, so the common examples that you can see in your life, about faith. So the reason I'm asking you guys to give examples is generally the faith is related to the spiritual thing. Like when you go to a hospital or anything, they will ask, do you have faith in God? Like that they ask. You hear the word faith when it comes to the spiritual things, but not like when you're doing any material things. But do you all think that we need faith even in doing the material things? Like the example which Krishna Chaitanya, okay, go ahead, Krishna Chaitanya and Ramachandra. Some of you are answering something. Go ahead.
Saying yes.
Yes, you need faith even in doing the material things, because you all, the simple things, your day starts because you are having faith.
Mataji,
Everything.
I have one example.
Yes, go ahead, Suraj.
So like this is how it happened. So like so I go to the park every day.
Somehow
and,
you're breaking, Suraj. You're breaking. Can everybody hear
is it because
Suraj?
of my headphones?
Can everybody hear him nicely?
I can hear him, but he's kind of like fading out.
Yeah, he's kind of fading out.
So like one time so this what happened. I have a friend, like we both go to the park together like every day, like almost every day. And then like he's like he likes to he always does this thing where he thinks it was he enjoys it. I don't know why he enjoys it, but like when he's on the swings in the park, he jumps off of them, and like it's not like sand under. Like these people didn't want to fill it in with sand. Sand is safer, and yeah, I would have jumped off if there were sand, but here there are wood chips, below. So like he has to jump, and then like he lands on the wood chips, and he says he's perfectly fine. And I don't understand how he's perfectly fine. Then like one time when he was away, I tried to do it myself. Because like I was thinking if like my friend was actually younger than me, so like I was thinking if my friend could do it, then why can't I? And then I tried going, but just in case, I did it like I I was swinging like not like too high, so if I fall badly, then
Okay. So faith you need.
and I went. I felt it hurted just a little bit, but not that much.
But you had faith in your friend who told you that it's okay even if you fall, wood chips are there, you will not get hurt. So you believed in your friend and you went with a little faith. After that, you have experienced it by yourself, and your faith
hurts
has
just a little bit.
Yeah. So
Mataji, everyone has to faith on their parents. Everyone has faith on their parents.
Yes, everyone has faith on their parents.
Mataji, what happened? Why isn't she talking?
I just muted myself, so that's why I was not talking. Yeah, we all have faith on our parents, and you all simple things that you do in a day. Right now, you're all sitting in your living rooms in front of the computer, right? You all have faith that your living room is safe for you. The roof is not going to fall on you. You are safe. Nobody is going to come and cause any trouble to you. That is the faith you, right? So that is the faith you all have. And also like simple things. When your parents ask you to come, let's go drive to the temple. You all drive to the temple. That as soon as you get into the car, you won't be doubting whether your dad will drive nicely, safely or not, whether the car will reach the temple or not. So we cannot live without faith. In this material world, we cannot live without faith. We keep faith in so many things without proofs. Without proofs, we keep faith in so many things. The food that our parents give us every day, we have faith that that food is going to give me energy. And we have faith that the school bus that we are going to ride is going to take me to the school safely. And also we have faith that the subjects that we are learning, tomorrow we graduate and we can get a job with it. So in so many things.
Actually, there's one thing that sometimes the school bus is not safe. So like my mom told me this story where like one time she was in like the school, like not like elementary, she was like somewhere in high school or something. Okay, she was in high school. And like the bus was not stopping at her school. It was continuously driving. So she jumped off the bus, but then she didn't like exactly jump off. She held on to the bus a bit, and then like when you do that, when you put one foot down on the bus and like you hold on to the bus like this, you spin and then you fall to the floor.
Yeah.
And she ended up going to the hospital.
Yeah. So, but we do keep faith in all those things, and we keep moving in the life. We may be hearing a lot of accidents happening to aeroplanes, but we don't stop riding the aeroplanes because that may be one incident. We forget it and we keep faith again and we keep moving forward. So even in the material activities that we do keep faith, even though we are not saying explicitly. We are not talking explicitly, but when it comes to God, when it comes to Krishna, the faith word we often see. So what is the definition of faith? Faith means firm belief without logical proof or material evidence. So you don't need any evidence, or you don't need any proof logically. You just believe in that. You believe in that completely, faith. You do an activity thinking that you will get some kind of a result. So that is what you're all studying, because you know that in future, this study is going to help you. When your parents are saying that drink milk, this is going to help you, you have trust in your parents, you have faith in your parents, you're drinking that. So eventually you are not really seeing it, whether it is converting into energy or not. But because we have a firm belief on our parents, and then we don't have a proof, everything we won't be able to prove. Do you all know how much time it took for the scientists to prove that one piece of bread that we eat, it gets converted to blood inside our body? To prove that, it took so many years for them. It didn't even take that time for the bread that we ate to become blood. But the scientists took a lot of time. So there are so many things in this world we believe without seeing. So let's go next to the next point, deeper into the faith. As I said, faith is needed everywhere in the material world, not just for the spiritual things. Faith we need for the material things also. Our life itself starts with faith. Do you all ever see a small baby? Small baby. They drink milk, whatever the milk the mother gives, they drink. So they have faith. They have faith that the mother is going to feed them and is going to make them healthy. So our life starts with faith. We believe that the lady who is carrying is our mother, and mother shows us the father. So we have that faith. So life starts with faith. And most importantly, so many things are so much uncertain in our lives, but still we have faith. Like when you go to a dentist, when you go to the person, hairstylist, who you cut the hair, they all have knife in their hands, right? The surgeon has a knife in his hands. But when you go to a dentist, you go with the faith that he is going to cure your cavity. He is not going to cause any harm to you. Similarly, a surgeon who cuts your body and operates you, we go with the faith that he is going to cure us. Especially doctors, we go with a faith that they are going to find a solution for our problems. So actually, implicitly, if you all observe, so many activities that we do in the material world, we do because we have faith. So let's further go deeper into the faith. Faith definition, it says that we don't need logical proofs or material evidences. So can we think that we will believe only if we see? Can we say that? Or can we believe whatever we see? There are two questions here. Should we believe only when we see something, or can we believe whatever we see to be right? These two questions I want answers.
First one, yes. Second one, no.
First one is for what? Like
We should see before we say, like,
Yeah.
we need to say something.
so we need to see something to believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go into that. Did you all ever saw your mind?
No, I don't.
You didn't see your mind, right? Did you ever saw the current in the current wires?
No.
Not exactly.
No.
Did you see the air?
Well,
No.
actually, I did see current in the current wires. Like one time I was unplugging them, and then like I saw like a flash, and I've seen lightning before. And
That is
like,
lightning,
it
right?
looked
That
like
is...
exactly the same flash.
So,
I've
so
sort of seen them.
yeah, did you see your mind?
No.
No. I've seen I've seen the electricity come from a plug, but not my mind.
So did you see time? Not the clocks. Not the clocks.
Oh, okay, no.
No, you can't see.
So do you all say, did you all, like in your age, did you all meet President Lincoln?
No.
Did you all see Mahatma Gandhi?
No.
Those people existed long ago.
But you believe in them, right? You believe that there is Mahatma Gandhi. You believe that there is a president called Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. Do you
I
all
don't
believe that?
even know what Mahatma Gandhi is.
You don't know who Mahatma Gandhi is?
No.
Okay, Mahatma Gandhi is called as father of the nation in India. So I just took that example because maybe all of you might be knowing. So I also took of the president Abraham Lincoln. But did you all see him?
We didn't see him, but we have proof because it's in history.
It's in history written by who? Not your grandfather or my grandfather. Somebody wrote it, whom we don't know, but we believe, right? We believe in them, right? So to
Because there
believe.
are 500 people saying, yeah.
Okay, Suraj, you are breaking, Kanna. So you don't need to see.
Why am I breaking? Is it because of like the water sound coming in the background? Or, like, I don't understand why I'm breaking.
Okay, so let me, Radhika, so do we believe in things that we don't see also?
Yes, sometimes.
Yes, sometimes, and some things, right? We believe in the things that we don't see. Even though none of you have seen the ghost, but do you all believe that ghosts exist?
I saw a ghost before.
Okay, but many
And
of you
I
might have
felt
seen.
a ghost was in our house before.
And yeah, so you all believe in the things that the point that I was trying to say is not always you see the things, but you believe in them. The second point, can we believe whatever we see to be right?
No.
No.
Did you ever go to some kind of places where there is optical illusion?
Yes, the illusion pictures, like when you have like a tree, there's a giant tree. It looks
Yeah.
like a tree, but it actually has different faces on it.
Like
Yeah, and
mirages. Sometimes you can
yeah,
see mirages.
mirages. And sometimes you see when you're going down on a road or up, you see as if there is a water big, but it is like a, as you said, Radhika, mirages. So
Or like
it is not that whatever, sometimes if the mirror is put in a certain way, you will be looking fat horizontally, you will be expanded, even though you are not like that. So all these things, there are optical
There's
illusions
another
also.
one where like when there are stairs and like from the top of the stairs you look down, like putting your chin on the first stair, like okay, like this. If you look down, does it look like you're looking down without all of the background around it? Okay, without all the background around it, just the stairs. If you look down, it doesn't just look like you're looking down. It also looks like you're looking up at the same time.
Yeah, so there are optical illusions. So we cannot blindly believe whatever we see to be true always also.
Also, Mataji, sometimes there are ads and you can you might believe them, but they just like lead you into giving them money and they never give you the stuff.
They just try to trick you to buy their product. They may not see. We see some kind of unusual ads, right? Like which so all these Superman, Spider-Man, superheroes, movies and all that you all see, they are all also fictional stories. They are not really happening like that. Like how Suraj has mentioned Santa Claus example. Santa Claus is also a concept. It is not like really somebody is there who is coming to your houses and dropping the gifts. It is all your parents' hard-earned money. They pack it and they put it under your Christmas trees, and they make you all believe that Santa Claus has given that. So even that is just a concept. But we believe that, and believing that is nice. Like tooth fairy. You all have heard the tooth fairies in your school. The teachers say, okay, keep your teeth when it gets fallen safely. There will be a fairy coming and giving you. So the point that
like you stay awake whole night to see the tooth fairy, and you see the tooth fairy, and then like at around 1 a.m. or something, you're like, okay, there's no tooth fairy. I have enough of this. And then you sleep, and your parents are watching you when you sleep, and then they put you the candy, and then like.
So that is what it is. So not every Mahika.
Like basically the simplest thing is that you cannot see what is behind the wall, but there is some. You cannot conclude that there's nothing behind the wall. There is something behind the wall. Like I have my hand and I do not see anything. That does not mean that the computer is not behind my hand. So that's basically that we cannot trust what we see.
Yeah. So we cannot trust what we see. And there are so many things that we trust which we cannot see also, because they are very subtle in nature, like our mind, intelligence, the senses, all these things we cannot see because they are subtle in nature. Actually, we can't see the soul itself. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? Soul is invisible. You cannot, is inconceivable, but still it exists. How do we prove that it exists? Because as soon as the soul leaves the body does not respond. The body will be lying there, but the body, if you call by its name or if you move it, you do anything, it does not respond. That means there is something inside that body which we have never seen. That is what is actually alive, and this body is like holding that thing. So in that way, we conclude that soul exists in the body, and soul is the one which is alive. But we did not see soul at any point of time because it is inconceivable, it is invisible, and it cannot be seen with our material eyes.
It's
We all
like
understand that?
engine in the robot.
What is that?
It's like engine in the robot.
Engine in the robot, that's what you're saying?
Okay, you eat, you get all of the energy. That is the fuel. Okay, that is your fuel. There are all of these different functions, but there's no engine, then robot can't work.
Okay, so now let's go. Then many people say, when we talk about the faith, people think that those people who are talking about faith are unintelligent, or they are not smart. So that's why they are believing in something that is not proven, and they cannot be taken as guarantee. Now my question to all of you is, does the scientific experiments that scientists do in the labs, there do we require faith? Is there a concept of faith there, Varun or Kushi? I want answers for Varun, Kushi, Nihal.
Not really. Not really.
Do you think not really? Suraj,
no, like
what do you
in the
think,
lab,
Varun?
if you go to the lab and like something will happen. Okay, either this reaction or it changes color. I don't know, but something will happen.
So anybody have any difference of opinion with Suraj? Suraj thinks that faith is not required for science.
Mataji, can you repeat the
Sometimes
question?
they need faith because like they have faith that it will work, whatever experiment they're conducting. But if it doesn't, then they can do another version of it, still have faith.
Very good, very good, very good answer. Suraj, so they require a faith in the theory that they are believing that they are going to prove. If they don't have a belief or faith in that, they won't be starting the experiment at all. So when the scientific experiments start, they observe something initially, they observe some things, and they will make a theory, and they will sit down to prove that theory. So for that, they will start the process of proving it. So, but initially it starts with faith. Even science requires faith. They need to believe in the concept that they are going to prove. And as Radhika mentioned, going forward, if they are trying to prove, the results may change, and they may go back and change their proposition in the beginning itself with what they have started. Okay, so that's how all
like I thought you were talking about like when like you see a video like on YouTube about like if you put this liquid in this, and then like you put this thing in that liquid, and then like this reaction will happen, and when it happens, you know that it's
so before starting that, you should have observed somewhere that these two colors mixing is going to bring this color, and that's why you pick those two colors. and you had faith that doing that will result in the third color. So there is still faith there, but the proof just supports the theory that you have done, and it makes it consistent every time. Like, so that's how the scientific experiments or scientific theories or the scientists start. They start with a theory in which they believe, and in the laboratories or observation centers, they do observe. So like that, there was one, I'm going to only pick one theory. You all can go and research the colors of the bird. So one scientist wanted to figure out and propose a theory, how many colors are there of birds in this whole entire world. So how can he do that? Can he go and can he see in his lifetime all the birds? If I am
No.
living in a place, maybe I can only see few birds, right? I may not be able to see. Yeah, I may be seeing the birds only with black color. So can I say that, oh, because I have observed only black color birds, so all the birds are black color?
No. There's also blue, there's also red, there's like 100.
Yeah,
Like,
because you have seen them. So initially a scientist has started his experiment like that. So after experimenting some of the like kind of 100 birds, he thought that birds all have a black color. And suddenly he saw a white color bird. Then again, his theory has changed. He said that, oh no, birds are black and white now. And later in his life, he saw red color bird. Then he again changed the theory. So this is how generally the scientific experiments go. It is not that something you should believe only when it is proven in the science. Most of the times they go with a theory and they try to prove that. And sometimes when they are proving that also, they may be taking a limited data and they may be trying to make it work in that. And down the lane, somewhere, some other person try it differently, can found out something different from that. And in the history of science, there are so many theories like that have been proven wrong over the period of the time. So if somebody is coming and telling you that you are a sentimental person because you're believing in something which you have not seen, I am a scientific person because I believe only when I see. So what do you all know how to talk to that now?
yes, Mataji.
Because how do you all say that?
Well, you say, okay, you believe in scientific, but like, no, if it's like that, how do you even believe that you were born? Babies are
there
blind.
are so many other things. We can ask them a question saying that there are so many things that you did not see, but you're still believing in them. Similarly, there are so many things which you are seeing, but you can't believe in them because they are not real. So there should be basis for our belief also. So we will go further for that. How and why we believe in what we believe. And we have now learned that faith is not only with reference to the spiritual matter, but also in material subjects, we need faith. So reasonable faith is something that we are going to talk. Like, let's say, we should not be having a blind faith also. What is blind faith and what is reasonable faith? Can somebody explain to me?
Mataji, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Mihika. Can somebody talk about a reasonable faith and a blind faith?
So blind faith basically means that you are without any proof, you're just trusting. Like we trust our parents, we don't need proof to trust our parents. And the other one, which is, I forgot the other one. What is the other one, Mataji?
Reasonable faith.
Reasonable faith means that you have proof for that. You need proof to like to trust and have faith on that person. Like you are not going to blindly faith on a stranger. If you were a mindful person, you would first ask, do you know like the password, or like who are you, what's your name, and yeah, so you would like
Okay.
information, then you would trust on.
Yeah, so a blind faith. Okay, go ahead, Radhika. Go ahead.
So I was just gonna say that an example for blind faith is that, let's say there's some new guru that came and you just think that his principle is like appealing, so you just follow him. But that's kind of blind faith because you don't even, it's just doesn't even make sense. But then a reasonable faith would be like, let's say you heard that Krishna, he held the Govardhan hill with his pinky finger, and you, if like, you may not believe that, but you have proof. It's actually in Srimad Bhagavatam, and that's an authorized scripture.
Yes, very good answer. So blind faith is something where you don't ask for any reasons, any proofs. You just go and believe in that because it's very pleasing to you. It's very convenient to you. It is very nice. This new guru in the town is asking me not to follow the regulative principles. He's not asking me to chant. He's not asking me to be a good person. I can eat anything. I can do anything. This sounds like a good guru and good God. And the reasonable faith is something where you question and you get some answers and then you start believing. So is Bhagavad Gita recommending us to be a blind faith, to have a blind faith, or to have a reasonable faith?
Reasonable.
Faith.
Reasonable.
Reasonable
No,
faith.
it doesn't even say about faith. It doesn't
Which
even
one?
say anything about faith. I don't think it says anything about faith in there.
Not really.
Except like you have to take whatever knowledge from an authorized source. Besides that, I don't think that it has any other thing.
Maybe do you want to think your answer one more time? Because your answer words are saying something, but you are saying something. You already mentioned authorized source. So you're going and reading your science book or math book. How you know that 2 plus 2 is 4? Why did you believe 2 plus 2 is 4?
Well, because you take one finger and you take another finger, and then you take one finger from here, you take another finger.
Can I not call 4
and you
as
count
5?
all the fingers, it turns into 4 fingers.
No, can I not call that as 5? Or can I not call the number as Suraj?
Sure, why not?
Sure, why not, right? But we follow a standard. We follow a standard for our books. We follow a pattern. We follow an authority. Your teachers, if you are doing research in your school, if you say that, I think like this teacher, so I'm going to propose this, then the teachers agree with you, or they ask you to give the annotations, like from where you have read this, which professor has told this. Do they ask you like that? How are you coming up with this theory? They ask you to support your thing, right? Yeah. Do they believe blindly in what you are saying?
No.
No, they don't believe. They ask you for proofs, and it has to be at least reasonably proved. At least, it has to be true for a certain extent of time, unless someone else is coming forward and proving that that is wrong. It will remain as truth for a certain amount of time. So those kind of concepts only are authorized. Today, Suraj define a definition. Tomorrow, Kushi do a definition. Day after tomorrow, Destiny do a definition. And every one of us have our own theories, our own number sets. So when Destiny says 4, it might be 6 for Suraj. When Kushi says 7, it might be 2 for Destiny. So there is no authorized, standardized way, right? So we have to take the authorized way and Suraj was saying that Bhagavad Gita does not support reasonable faith, but it supports blind faith. That is completely wrong.
I did not say that.
Okay, Suraj, what did you say, Kanna?
I said it doesn't really say anything. It doesn't say
it doesn't really say anything.
Faith. It doesn't say it supports reasonable faith anywhere in the Bhagavad Gita. Okay. It's not even that topic's not even really in the Bhagavad Gita.
Okay, then maybe it is time for us to dive deeper into Bhagavad Gita and find out where Krishna has spoken them. Right?
Krishna has spoken a little bit more about faith.
So let's go. Do you all have, let's open 18.63. Note down these two verses, 18.63 from Bhagavad Gita and 9.2. So I want you all, if you have to open, otherwise let me share to you all.
Okay, so
Next
Which
to
verse?
Okay, do you all see on my screen 18.63?
Yes.
Anybody wants to read?
63.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ramachandra.
The verse?
Yeah.
Okay. Iti te gnanam akyatam guhyataram maya vimrasyaitad asesena yatte chasi tata kuru.
Very good. Iti te gnanamakyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrushyaitad aseshena yatte chasi tatha kuru. Someone read the translation for me, please.
Can Radhika?
Go ahead.
Thus I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully, and then do what you wish to do.
So, Krishna is,
I want to do 9.2.
Mataji, can
okay, you can do 9.2. We will do the translations first. We will do the purport
Okay,
first.
because
Okay.
I have the Bhagavad Gita right here.
Sure. Okay. So who wants to read the first paragraph of this purport?
Mataji, can Mihika read the second one?
Second paragraph. I will break the second paragraph into two people. So someone can start the first one. Yeah, you can do the second one, Kana. Can someone start the first one? Can someone start reading? I don't have any volunteers to read. Destiny, I'm picking. Destiny, can you read? Can you see on my screen, Kana? Okay, Destiny is not unmuting. Kushi? Really?
Mataji, I can read.
Go ahead, go ahead.
This is Radhika though.
Go ahead, Radhika, go ahead.
Purport. The Lord has already explained to Arjuna the knowledge of Brahmabhuta. One who is in the Brahmabhuta condition is joyful. He never laments nor does he desire anything. That is due to confidential knowledge. Krishna also discloses the knowledge of the Supersoul. This is also Brahman knowledge of Brahman, but it is superior.
Very good. So, Mihika, start and read until here.
Here is the words. Yatte chasi tatha kuru. As you like, you may act. Indicate that God does not interfere with the little independence of the living entity. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord has explained in all respects how one can elevate his living condition. The best advice imparted to Arjuna is to surrender unto the super soul seated within his heart. By right discrimination, one should agree with one act to act according to the order of the super soul.
Very good. Someone else can finish this one. Ramachandra or Krishna Chaitanya?
Krishna Chaitanya.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thou help one become situated constantly in Krishna consciousness, the highest perfectional stage of human life. Arjuna is being directly ordered by the personality of God to fight. Surrender to the Supreme Personality of God is in the best interest of the living entities. It is not for the interest of the Supreme. Before surrendering, one is free to deliberate on this subject as far as intelligence goes. That is the best way to accept the instruction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Such an instruction comes also through the spiritual master, the bona fide representative of Krishna.
Very good. So Krishna, Suraj here, Krishna says, Prabhupada says, that will help one become situated constantly in Krishna consciousness, the highest professional stage of human life. Arjuna is being directly ordered by the personality of Godhead to fight. Surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead is in the best interest of the living entities. It is not for the interest of the Supreme. Before surrendering, one is free to deliberate on the subject matter. Deliberate means what? Can somebody pull out the dictionary meaning of deliberate? What does deliberate means? Does deliberate says that you believe blindly because Krishna is saying? Or does Krishna
trust or something like that?
Deliberate means done consciously and intentionally. So you are not doing blindly there. You have some reasons, you have some sensibility into that instruction, and you are doing that. It is not that you don't have any logic, any sense, and nobody can verify what you are doing. Krishna himself did not say, I told Arjuna, I am the Supreme Lord, so you have to just follow me. What did Krishna say? Krishna said, I am giving you this confidential knowledge. I'm giving you this confidential knowledge. Now you deliberate on this and then take action. Krishna did not say you do it without thinking about it. No, he didn't say that. He said, deliberate on that. Think about it consciously. Think reasonably. If you can find any proofs, find for it. And then it is your choice to surrender to me, and it was your choice whether to fight or not. Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna himself in Bhagavad Gita, never said any one of us to have blind faith. Never said any one of us to not to question. But he asked us to question in a humble way. Our questioning should be in a humble way. It should not be in a challenging way. It should not be rude or anything. So, since you said you have 9.2, go ahead, Suraj. Let's have the proof from 9.2 also what Krishna is saying. Rajavidya.
Wait, I have the book.
Okay, can you read the sloka?
Rajavidya Rajaguyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Praktiyaksha Avagamam Dharmyam Sushukam Kartumavyayam.
Susukam Kartumavyayam. Okay, translation someone can read. Anybody who didn't get a chance, I would be happy if they can read Destiny or Varun or Kushi. I will be very happy if I can hear you all. Just read the translation. It won't be difficult.
Mataji, Varun can.
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Varun.
This knowledge is the king of education, the most secret of all secrets. It's the purest knowledge, and because it gives direct perception of the self-realization, it is a perfection of religion. It is everlasting and is joyfully performed.
So it gives the direct perfection of the self by realization. You will realize eventually the self and you will see face to face. This knowledge gives you, it is the purest knowledge, and because it gives you direct perception. Direct perception means what? Krishna Chaitanya or Ramachandra? Mihika. What direct perception means? Any one of you. Direct perception means like you are all seeing me directly now, right? I mean, not physically, but you can see me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Mihika. Okay, Mihika is gone. I don't see her, or she's there. I don't know. Okay. Yeah. So yes. So this gives a direct perfection of the self-realization. So nowhere, anywhere in Bhagavad Gita, it said that you have to blindly believe. Even though the Supreme Personality of Godhead is saying, you take up this process, you practice, eventually you will prove. Like how the scientists, they take up a theory, they have something in mind how to prove that theory, and they will have a little faith in the beginning. They put that faith in the theory and they go on experimenting it, and they support with their observations, they support with their experiments, they support with the results of their experiments that their theory is working. Similarly, faith in the Supreme Person, the knowledge that we are listening in Bhagavad Gita also, we have to start implementing it with the initial faith, which is very tender initially, because we didn't see everything what is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, or we didn't realize everything. But when we have that tender faith in the Acharyas, in the Gurus, Supreme Lord, we put that faith, little bit of faith, and when we follow the process, eventually we have the direct perception of the results. So Bhagavad Gita does not speak about blind faith. And even the spirituality also doesn't mean blind faith. We have a reasonable and sensible faith. If somebody is coming to you and saying that you are blindly believing, then we should say that, no, we are not blindly believing. We are having these authorized scriptures. This is how it is proven. This is how it is. So our faith is not blind faith, but our faith is a reasonable and a sensible faith. So we will talk more about blind faith and reasonable faith in our next session. And we conclude how this faith in the Supreme Lord or in these concepts in the spirituality is going to help us. What is the power of having this faith? How we are going to get benefited of this faith, and how you can enhance your faith, and how you can be able to answer all the questions that you might have to face when you are following your faith. Like, let's say you are following something. It is not that everybody will accept you and everybody will welcome you, right, Radhika? Somebody will question you. Why are you doing what you are doing? Why are you not eating meat? Why are you not enjoying? Because these things gives enjoyment. Why are you not doing what? So you have to strengthen your faith with support and with observations. And then when you talk with those kind of proofs, then you will be giving a right answer to those questions. Prabhupada always wanted all of his followers, all of his devotees to read, to understand, to deliberate on those concepts, to do brainstorming, to try to ask questions and get cleared. Not only this, we have to join that with our chanting. When we join that with our chanting, what happens? We also derive strength from the Supreme Lord. And Supreme Lord starts slowly revealing the things to us. Because unless Krishna's mercy is there, some of the concepts which are related to Krishna cannot be known. Let's say Radhika, I'm not close to Radhika, or I'm not close to Destiny. And I go and sit next to them and I say, okay, can you tell me your secrets? Do they tell me? No, you won't tell me because you don't know me. You don't trust me. But when will you do? After 2-3 years of friendship, you know that I am your good friend. I can keep your secrets and I am going to help you. And I am going to not go and gossip around. And I am your good friend. That's when you reveal your mind. Similarly, when we start taking the chanting seriously, when we are following the process, Krishna reveals some of the concepts which we cannot even think, which we cannot even conceive. He will reveal to us those things and we get those realizations and our faith increases even more. So we're going to complete this concept of faith in the next session. Krishna's mercy is there. Hopefully I will be able to take the next session. Anybody has any questions? Anybody has any questions? Or everything good? Then we can conclude the session. Mihika, do you have any questions? Varun, Destiny, Kushi, Radhika? No?
No questions, Mataji.
Thank you all so much. May Krishna bless all of you with his causeless mercy. And may Lord Narasimha give his protection to you and all your family members. Pancha kalpatarubhyascha, krupa sindhubhya evacha, patitanam pavanebhyo, vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you all so much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.